Hello everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to another writing vlog. Hello, so for those of you that don't know me, I am Gabskeldon, author of the Merlin's Heir series, which has 2 books in it, and every week, mostly, I upload a vlog of what I've been doing author-wise in the week. I'm an indie author and I'm about to publish my 3rd book this year. I'm also fulfilling my 2nd Kickstarter, which is for some illustrated special editions of my 2nd book. So on my YouTube channel, I usually do a lot of, a little bit of writing, more writing this year, quite a lot of design work, making some creative stuff. So I've got candles to make, I've been making spell packets, things like that. So if you are looking for a channel that is just a little bit creative and maybe some advice for those of you who are creatives who are still working full-time and trying to manage all that, then maybe this is for you. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to get on with my day. So it is Sunday and I'm still in my pyjamas, as you can see, which is acceptable, and I will be in my pyjamas all day. And today I've got quite a full day of writing stuff on. It's going to be me and the little Leinster at home all day. I'll show you in a minute when he comes back inside. Here he is, look. The lovely Leinster on his brand new premium bed. That was his Christmas present. It's like a memory foam, canine comfort, best dog bed on the market bed. So that's what he had for his Christmas present this year. But he's not quite 5 months yet, so he's huge. And he's gonna maybe get to like 45, 50 kilos. So very exciting, which is why he's got such a good bed, because he's gonna be heavy. So this is my first time vlogging in the new year. I was gonna vlog between Christmas and New Year, but I was poorly, so I didn't end up doing anything. So yeah, back at it today. So what I've got on, I'm gonna be recording some stuff for social media, and that's my first job. I'm also gonna be trying to write some words today. Then, once I've got those 2 jobs out of the way, I've got a couple of options. For the Kickstarter, I need to make some candles, and I've also got a lot of artwork to design. So I've designed a fair few bits. I've drawn a deer, some foxgloves, which are in my other I'll include the foxgloves this time, but the deer's in one of my videos already. I've also got an owl to draw and some outlines, so I'll probably work on that. Obviously, as I'm trying to record, Len is chomping on his chew. One sec. In 2024, I'm trying to get more organised. I suffer from burnout quite regularly, or semi-regular, twice a year, because I go through stages where I feel like I cannot really get a lot done, and I'm quite busy at my actual job, and then where I have to work double, and then stages where it calms down a little bit. So what I'm trying to do is manage my time and my deadlines so that I have a bit more of an even year. So I've put out a little goals video on last week. So it's just a short, a couple of minutes videos about my goals for 2024. And just as a quick recap, I am hoping to publish 2 books and fulfill the Kickstarter that I'm on with now, and run another one for the next book. So that's my goals. I'm also hoping to grow my social media. I just hit 10k on TikTok before Christmas, so I'm very happy with that, and I want to keep that growing over there. So that's goal number 3, I think it is. Alongside that, I'm also trying to experiment with Kickstarter. So Kickstarter is an absolutely amazing platform for creatives to get loads of stuff funded, and since I can actually graphic design now, I'm thinking about doing a pin badge campaign. So I might run one of those in February or March, depending on when I can get the page uploaded and stuff. So that's something else, but the designs for that, right? Oh, I'm not even going to go off on that tangent. I'll tell you about it if we come to it. And then me and my boyfriend are also gonna design some scented candles and start trying to maybe sell a few of those at craft fairs and on Etsy and stuff like that. So I've got a big year coming up in 2024. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm also taking a little bit better care of my health, so taking my vitamins, skincare, looking after my hair a bit more and my diet. So one of the things I might vlog today, it'll be today or tomorrow, is that I'm going to start meal prepping for us. Not every meal, just like main dinner meals, so that I don't have to cook every day, which might be good. I'm going to try all that. So depending on when I can get to the shop, I'll do the meal prep today or tomorrow, but I'll vlog it no matter what. Or at least take a look at a couple of pictures and stuff so you can see what I'm doing. What else have I got to tell you before I start? Nope, I think that's it. So what I'm going to do now is get my notepad out, which is where I keep like a record of everything that I've got to do and things like decisions that I've made. So I'm going to just go through my notes from the last time I was in there and get myself a little to-do list sorted, and then I'll come back. Okay, hello. So I've done my dog mum duties, taken little Leinster for a walk, and I also managed to get to the shop. So I would show you, but my kitchen is absolutely atrocious, so I'm not going to turn the camera around. But I just got to do the shop. So I will be doing the meal prep today, but before I do anything like that, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write 1,000 words. So going forward, that might be my strategy, in that because I've got writing to do, but I like doing lots of different things in the day, the strategy might be if I sit down and I write my 1,000 words, at least I've got that out of the way. Do that first, and always do that first unless there's something that's got a really more pressing deadline. And then once that's done, I can just pick and choose randomly what I want to do. So I'm not even going to put my food shop away. The dog has gone to the pub with Rald. So yeah, I'm not even going to put my stuff away because hopefully it will only take me an hour, maybe not quite that long. Bang out 1,000 words, and then clean the kitchen, do the meal prep, and then come back to do something fun. So I'm just going to take my jacket off, and then once I've took my jacket off and got a coffee, I will talk you through where we're starting and where I hope to go by the end of this scene. Okay, I'm here ready at my laptop. Just before I start my writing and I give you the update, I was just finishing my word count tracker for 2023. So I will just show you my total words written. It's okay. It's not too high. Like my months like October, November, December were absolutely atrocious in terms of writing. I hardly got any done, but that's okay. I'll show you my total. 120,000 words. So that is a book and a novella, and the edits and stuff like that. So I'm actually pretty happy. That's a lot of words, right? And obviously I've not tracked every single word that I've ever written religiously. So mostly just writing sessions and things. But yeah, I'm happy with 120,000 words. This year I will be aiming for 200,000 words or thereabouts, because I'm aiming for 2 books, not 1. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you. I also have done my TikTok followers tracker, so I'll show you that. So started on 3,427 and finished the year on 10,036. So I've got quite a big increase of 6,000 and something followers. My TikTok analytics weren't really adding up quite well. So I've been keeping track monthly, but then when if you go into the desktop version, you can look at loads of different analytics. But when I was doing the maths, the maths wasn't mathing. So I think that's I have 10,080 followers now. So that's the number that I wrote down. I did not write my actual starting number from last year, so I had to go into the analytics and get that. But yeah, some of the numbers don't quite match up, but I think that's because it's quite fluid, isn't it? You're always gaining and losing followers, and you can't always see exactly those exact movements. So I've just got to use this as a base and just know that it is not 100% accurate, but semi-accurate, so that's fine. So I'm happy. Obviously I've written quite a lot of words. The growth is more than 100%. So I've grown like 150, nearly 200, like 175% growth on social media, on TikTok. So I am happy with that. Yeah. So I thought I'd share. Look at this curl. Like, I'm trying to get that. Sorry, I keep looking at it. My hair is this is natural. Like, this has got no mousse or anything in it. And I'm trying to get my natural curls to come out because I didn't know that I had them. One side just absolutely refuses to do it at all. And then this side, I'm getting some nice ones. So hopefully, the more that I like cleanse my hair and like use the correct products, I'll get some curls and stop bleaching. Like, I've not bleached it since May of last year, but I won't be, certainly not myself, won't be bleaching it again. But I don't know what I'll do with it. It's still got to grow out. Anyway, I'm rambling. To the story. So we left our band of knights and Merle with Kingpen. So for anyone who is new watching this vlog, my stories are built up around Arthurian legend, but they're not a traditional retelling. So they're based on the descendants of the Knights of the Round Table and Arthur and Merlin. So Merle is Merlin's heir. She, in the first book, claims the remnant of Merlin's magic and becomes advisor to the Pendragon twins, Lux and Law, who will take over the throne of the magical realm of Avalon when they turn 15. So in the story, they are fighting a big bad called Morgause. So Morgause is one of the children of Sir Garlois and the Lady Igraine. So she's Morgana Le Fay's sister, and she felt back in Arthurian times that she deserved the throne and not Arthur, and this is where this war stems from. So Morgause is coming back to take her revenge, basically, and now Merle and the gang and the knights are trying to stop that from happening. They're trying to protect Lux and Law, and they are trying to defeat the evil, right? So in book 1, we meet Merle and we go through all that stuff. She claims the magic, she meets Morgause, like we solve a bit of a riddle. And then in book 2, Law has lost her memories. She's attacked by a fairy in the first book and she loses her memories. So Merle's trying to restore those and like bring some order back to the Templar because we're in a bit of disarray. But her powers are not strong enough to do it, so they go on a hunt for Morgana Le Fay, legendary witch. So the second book's all about finding Morgana and fixing Law's memories. But at the end of book 2, we find out that there has been a traitor in the Templar for a long time, feeding information to Morgause. But they have a valid reason. They have a child that's been held hostage in the fairy realm by Morgause, so they had to give her information to save their child's life. So at the end of the second book, Merle says, right, what we need to do now is go and fetch the kid, go and fetch the person. Like, they're not a kid, they're like 18. So go fetch Lila from, or get her from Morgause. And Morgana says, yep, let's do it. But to do that, we're going to need the Holy Grail. So that's what we're doing in the third book. We're going to find the Holy Grail. The reason that I'm writing this story, right, is because I felt like I could not do an Arthurian retelling or an Arthurian anything without talking about the Holy Grail. Like, I just felt like I could not leave it out. So this was the best way to kind of get them into more Arthurian legend, to bring the Grail in. So I am 25,000 words in to Otherworld right now, and they have just got to meet Kingpen. So in my story, Kingpen is the Fisher King, and they're one and the same. I know that's not what they're like in Arthurian legend, but I needed a Fisher King, and I love the name Kingpen. I think it's great. And just so happens, my dog's nickname is Pen, so cute. Anyway, they just got to meet Kingpen. Merle has just requested access to Anwin, or Otherworld, to retrieve the Grail. Originally, Kingpen says, no thank you. So Merle says, all right then, have fun with that like broken, injured leg of yours. Like, we're never coming back here, so if you want health, if you want to be fixed and the curse to be lifted, this is your last chance. So he like stops and says, okay, I'll give you some terms. So we're just going to hash out those terms now, and then we're going to go off into Otherworld. Whew. So that's what I'll do today. I'll let Merle and Kingpen discuss their terms. I will probably have to start chapter 10, which was a Willow chapter. I'm writing from 3 POVs this time. Found was 1, Betrayed is 2, Otherworld is 3, next one will be 4, and last one will be 5. Just because there's 4 main members of the gang, but I think I'm going to need 5. The story is growing, right? And they're all in different places, so I need more perspectives. So what I'm going to do now is, like I said, hash out those terms with Kingpen, try and get 1,000 words written at least, and at least wrap up this chapter, and then we'll see where we are at. Okay, so I've done it. You ready? 1,034 words. So now that's done, I'm going to break and eat some lunch and do some meal prep. Then I will come back after that and see what I'm going to do. Okay, hello. So it's really late in the day. It's 7:30. I've just finished doing the meal prep. I'll show you. So they're flatbreads, cannellonis, risotto, bolognese, curry, Thai curry, and noodles. So it took ages, but that is meal prep for the entire week, other than like obviously preparation. Like I'll cook the rice and pasta fresh and stuff like that. Nearly all the washing up is done though. I hate washing up, it's my least favourite thing. So I'm hoping that now, because I'm going to sign off for the day, right? I'm not going to do any social media stuff or whatever. I got my words done this morning though, which I'm happy about. But that means then, like, for the rest of the week, the 2 hours or 2.5 hours, maybe 3 that I would have spent prepping, cooking and washing up, I'm now going to have free. So we'll see if this is actually a better way to schedule my time, because if it is, I'll be doing it more often. So yes, not too much authoring done today, just a little bit of writing in the morning. Hopefully though I've freed up some time in the week to get some other design stuff done. So I will be vlogging tomorrow, so I'll see you then. I'm also going to be trying something new. So when I go through like my vlog clips, I've realised that TikTok stories are like being pushed, or they're being pushed on my accounts right now. So I thought when I'm doing my vlog clips, I could upload them to TikTok on my story as and when I do them. And yeah, like then I'll obviously save the clips for the vlog and I'll put them all together as vlogs on YouTube and keep going with that. But I don't know, posting my stories might be interesting for people. And I was thinking that because in my vlogs, well, yeah, as you well know, I go through like what I'm writing, why I'm writing it, like the day-to-day, like where we left off, what scenes I'm writing and stuff like that. And that might be interesting for my followers on TikTok. So that's what I'm going to do. So I just went on there and I posted all my clips from yesterday, like all my writing clips. So we'll see how that goes. I think I will also just post these ones on, like keep posting. But I will let you in on a secret that I've started vlogging today and I am just tired. Like I said, I've worked really hard and I was just buzzing off the energy, but now I'm flagging. Oh my God, it's only been 15 minutes. So I do have that deal though, that I have to write my 1,000 words. But I also want a bath. So maybe I'll go in the bath, relax for a minute. Because like I said, I've been working since like 8 AM this morning. So relax, then come back, do a quick recap and write my 1,000 words for Otherworld. Then after that, I can draw because I can move upstairs with the dog. Oh, shall I show you the dog? I've not shown you him today, have I? Here he is, the cutie. Hi, cutie. Hi, cutie. Oh, good boy. He's teething. He's teething really bad, if you cannot tell by the array of sticks and chews we've got. Oh, good boy. He is so cute. Like I could look at him all day. So yeah, anyway, I will go in the bath, give the Leinster a cuddle, and then come back down and write my 1,000 words. So then I will recap what happened yesterday, where we're intending to go, and I will post. So yeah, thank you if you're watching this via vlog. I very much appreciate that. But if you're watching on TikTok, hello. Yeah, see you in a bit. All right, so I'm back from the bath. I'm not feeling particularly ready to write, I won't lie to you. It is 6 o'clock and I'm tired. But I'll write my 1,000 words as I agreed, and then I can go upstairs and relax. So the quicker I get it over with, the better off I will be. So I will recap in a minute and then get going. So I've moved upstairs because the dog wanted to. So yeah, he's teething. I'm gonna let him do what he wants. So yeah, where did we leave yesterday? Kingpen had just laid out his terms with Merle, and Merle has accepted. They are that they can go through the moon gate, and wait, what happened? Oh yeah, that they can go through the moon gate, and that they've got 7 days once they're through, that if they find the Grail and bring it back, they have to heal Kingpen's leg, and they also have to leave 2 of their party behind to guarantee that they will bring the Grail back. So that's where we left off. The next bit of the scene is going to be between Amelie and Merle. And so what I want to do, I don't know if you know this, I don't know if you're into Arthurian legend, but the original Grail story, I'll start a new clip to tell you. So it's the story of the Fisher King, sorry, not the Grail, and I do know this story, but I don't have my notes in front of me, so give me some slack, you know what I'm saying. But Sir Percival, he's like a bit of a buffoon in the story, and he's like the Fisher King. I'm just gonna get my notes, one sec. So in true Arthurian legend, the Fisher King is the king or someone who is a protector of the Grail, right? And he's waiting for the chosen one to come and get the Grail. He's got a wound in his leg. Depending on which bit of the legend or what you think, he's got his wound for different things. But it's his job to guard the Grail and to give it to the chosen one, right? So in a lot of stories, or in specifically Percival, the story is that Sir Percival has the opportunity to heal the Fisher King's leg, because however, he gets to this procession and he sees like this procession of fairies and magic people like carrying loads of like cool and interesting objects, and he doesn't ask to stop the procession. And like stuff like this was important back then, I'm not questioning it. But he didn't ask to stop the procession, and he didn't ask the right question, and that meant that the Fisher King's leg could not be healed. And then he didn't do something else a little bit later on. So what I'm wanting to do with my story is give Amelie Percival the chance to right the wrongs of that Percival from back then, right? So I want her to play a key role in finding the Grail, which she's going to, and I want her to I want her to ask the Grail question. Like I want her to ask the question of the Fisher King and heal the Fisher King. That's what I want her to do. So yeah, that's why the next scene is between Merle and Amelie, and we're going to start laying the groundwork for that to happen. We're going to start laying the groundwork for that redemption, right, by kind of just weaving in little bits of Arthurian legend, little bits of things that are important. And I love Amelie. She's one of my favourites. She came into Betrayed just right at the beginning as a really fiery character who is not afraid to stand up to the old knights. She loves Law, and she loves Merle. She's got a twin sister called Rory. And yeah, I love her. She's one of my favourite knights. So she's going to have quite a big part in this one, and I really want her to just shine. So yeah, exciting. So that's what I'm going to do. Write the scene between Merle and Amelie. And if that does not take 1,000 words, which I don't think it will, we're going to go and visit Willow. So I'm also writing from Willow's POV in this book, but I won't explain all that right now because I might not get there. So I'll do my Amelie stuff with Mel, and then if we get to Willow, I'll explain where they're at and what we're doing next. So, hello. Oh, a bit gruff. I'm only on 373 words, but I've come to the end of my Mel chapter. And we've met 2 new characters. So we've met 2 magics called Lady Stormheart, Lady Airless Stormheart, and a Crozer. Just a Crozer. So they are magics who live in Kingpen's court, and they were the ones who were escorting Merle and Ren to the room. So I haven't even done the Amelie scene yet because, do you know what I forget, right? I always forget when I'm writing that from where I've finished, they've got to like walk to where the next scene will take place, or they've got to travel there, or I've somehow got to move them from the end of the last scene to the beginning of the next one. So that's what I've been doing. And in moments like that is when I generally meet or create a lot of new characters that I was not anticipating. So we've got the Lady Stormheart and a Crozer, who have just introduced themselves, kind of given a little bit more background to Otherworld, and are taking them to their private room. We have not seen Willow for a while, I will say. So we left Willow with Morgana, Lux, Law, and Owen Lamorak, and we left them having just gone over Aberglasslyn Lake. No, we left them having just gone over the Aberglasslyn Bridge into the realm of the Isle de Sign, or Scene, however you say that. I've only ever seen it written down, so I don't know how to say it. They on the Isle de Sign, or Scene, I'll say Sign because that's how I say it, live some priestesses. I think 9, 7 or 9, maybe 7, and they are healing sisters. So in my story, that is like a temple place where the sisters live, and you can learn to be a priestess, but they're not witches, but they're healers. When Arthur was dying at Camlan, this is in my story, not in not in like accepted canon, so just go do your own research if you want to know the actual story. But in my story, when Arthur was dying at Camlan, Morgana like portaled to him, but she wasn't the witch that she had stayed. She couldn't save his life, so she took him to the sisters at the Isle de Sign, and they tried to save his life, but they couldn't. So that's where Arthur is buried. And Morgana, when Arthur died, she decided to stay with the sisters for a long time to like grieve and to like learn and hone her healing skills and stuff like that. So she can now save people from certain death, but she can't bring back the dead, but she can save people. So in Betrayed, she saves Asher and Merle from dying. And she learnt those skills because of Arthur's death. So she knows the sisters on the Isle de Sign really well. And her part in this story, or their part in this story right now, is that they are going there to, 1, try and find out what else is up with Law. Like, Law is still not right, even though Morgana's lifted Elaine's curse. We don't really know what's going on with her. Well, obviously I know what's going on with her, they don't. Sorry. But yeah, they going to find that. And they also, Merle was given a prophecy by Merlin. And they've done a little bit of unravelling, like Willow's done some stuff, but Willow needs help, man. So that's their mission, to go and see what else is up with Law, and to see if they can go into the big library with all the like ancient history books and figure out Merlin's prophecy. The last bit of the scene is that Morgana has asked to be taken to Arthur's grave. So the head sister, or the head priestess, Sister Mazo, is taking Morgana to Arthur's grave, while Willow, Owen, and the twins, and Erie's there. Erie's Asher's younger sister, who is like part of the twins trio. to their rooms to like freshen up from the portal travel, and to get changed into like the robes that the sisters wear. And then they're going to meet back up at dinner. So that's what we're going to do. We'll probably start from dinner. I'm not sure where I'm going to start, because I want to go and see Arthur's grave, and I'm telling it from Willow's point of view, and I want her to see it, but I don't know if we'll save that for a little bit later. So I think we'll have Willow like get changed and take stock of her surroundings and like talk us through what she's thinking and what she knows and everything else, and then we'll meet back up with Morgana at dinner. So I'm only going to write 600 words of that, and I'll keep you updated with how it goes. Okay, we're done. 1090 words. I'll show you. There it is. Whoop whoop. So I had a good time writing that scene. I'll do a little wrap up so you know what I did. I obviously picked up with Willow, and she went into her room. She had a look around her nice little room that she's staying in, described it, got in the bath because Sister Mazo had said that they all need to like cleanse themselves to be on the Holy Island. So she does that, and then she goes back outside to check on Lux and Law, and to like go and see Eerie and stuff. But obviously there's a little bit more to it than that in there, right? She is thinking about the situation, and she's currently dealing with Owen Lamorak. So I don't know if you have read my books, maybe not. Who knows? But if you have, you'll know Owen Lamorak, and he's like the scapegoat in Betrayed. So he's been cursed, or he's a bad guy, and he's not a great guy. He's like one of the morally grey villainy type characters. So he does some betrayal in Betrayed. But it's not entirely his fault, you know. He's a kid. They're letting him off with a warning, and he's got to prove himself that he is like wanting to be a knight and that he can be trusted and that. So in book 3, so in Otherworld, like at the end of Betrayed, like Merle makes a deal and kind of says, look, like Joff, you rehabilitate him, he'll be in the special Lux and Law's special guard, and he'll like have to pledge his life to them, and like you know, like she does him like a deal. So now he's doing that, but Willow is like, he's on the mission with Willow, and obviously he also, whatever reasoning we're letting him off for, that doesn't negate the fact that he did try to kill Asher and Merle. So she obviously is not really happy about him being there, but we have to create some tension. We're going to give him a redemption arc. Yeah, that's what I came here to say. We're going to give Owen like a really nice redemption arc, or as nice as I can, for him, because I feel like I never have liked him. I never have liked him, and I've got no good reason for it. Like in the first book, maybe when I like decided on the character, I was going to have him as like a second love interest for Merle, to like fight with Ren, but I could not do it to Ren. Man. He was so upfront right from the get-go and so like invested in Merle. I could not do it to him. So then I had to like create a new purpose for Owen, which was just to be a bit of a dick. To like cause some tension, so he did that. And then in the second book, his position massively escalated, but he is also in a situation that he didn't necessarily ask to be in or want to be in. He was tricked or like manipulated, so he does deserve a second chance. And I also feel guilty, right, because I picked on him for no reason, just because I decided that I didn't want to let him fight with Ren. So I felt bad, so I'm giving him a nice redemption arc, and I've got some nice big things planned for Owen Lamorak, but we're not there yet. You know, I know these things, Willow doesn't know these things yet, so she's just been talking through like, or internalising and thinking about how she feels about Owen and how she feels about the mission and what they've got to do and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm happy with the writing today. I'm on a total of 26,234 words for the draft. So yeah. So I'm going to be done for the day writing and vlogging. What I'm going to do now is, it's 8:30, so Rald won't be back for another 2 hours, so I'm going to draw, and I'm going to watch Bailey Sarian. And oh no, but I'm also watching that thingy, Fool Me Once. I'm also watching that. I'm nearly at the end, so I'm going to watch Fool Me Once, Bailey Sarian, and do some drawing. So I might show you some, well, I'll include a picture of me drawing and my stop motion, yeah, and show you where I got to. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Hello everyone, so it is Tuesday and I'm back for another day of vlogging. So hello, it is the afternoon, right? But I've been working this morning on my actual job. So got quite a lot done. So the way that I generally work, in case it's interesting for you, is that I set myself a deadline and then I procrastinate right up until I've got no more time. And then I work as fast as I can until everything's done. So I don't just apply that to my authoring, I also apply that to my working life, you'll be pleased to know. So that meant just before Christmas, when I'd run out of steam, I left all of my jobs for FutureGab. So FutureGab is now me and is now picking up all the slack that I left behind. Look at my little curls as well. They're starting to come through, especially on this side. This side, and it's not really doing anything, but eventually it will. And like, I'm aware I've got bleaching and stuff, so yeah. For those of you that don't know, my hair is naturally curly and I didn't know until like 6 months ago, and now I'm trying my hardest to make the curls come out. So today I've got another full day of authoring and doing stuff for the book and for the Kickstarter. I am making some cinnamon buns, so I will have to break off to deal with those. Like, I've made the dough and the toppings and everything, I'm just waiting for the dough to prove. So yeah, but I will be doing my 1,000 words of writing first, then candle making. That's what I'm going to do. So I'll show you that. And what else? I know I've shown you candle making before, but we're making some different colours this time, and it's nice to see, right? And then I've got some drawings and stuff to do. So yeah, very much looking forward to the day of activities, and I will be posting and vlogging throughout the day. So yeah, see you in a bit. Okay, so we left off yesterday with Willow, just on the aisle design. She was debating with herself about Owen, whether Owen's a good guy or not now, how she feels about it. And we're about to go into the rest, like laying the groundwork for the rest of their time at Sign now. So, I'll start a new clip. In my story, we are dealing with multiple POVs, and like, I need to weave in little bits of information from different places to kind of bring the whole map of the story together. And it's not like the most intricate or complex story in the world, but it does have some intricacies and some complexities, right? That I want to, like, I want people to read the third book and then go, oh my God, that's why she did that in Found. And then I want them to read the fifth book and go, oh my God, that's why she did that in Otherworld, right? So I'm making sure those links are all clear in there. What is my plan. And I like to have those little Easter eggs and those little like sneaky plot twists and things that you didn't see coming. But I also want to keep the book to a manageable length. So right now we're dealing with 3 POVs. We're dealing with Ren, Merle and Willow. And they're all off on different missions. So I want them to have an okay equal spread of chapters, but not like I can't go and like write a whole book for Willow and then put that in with the book for Merle. So, you know, I have to pick and choose about how much information I can give, how long the chapters can be, and stuff like that. So that means if Willow was the main protagonist, I would tell her story on the Isle de Sign in 10 chapters, maybe, right? I would describe everything, I would move it along, I would add twists and turns and all that other stuff. But I can't do that because I also have Ren and Merle to consider. So in this like second act of the book, I have about 10 chapters to play with, which means I have to separate those 10 chapters and fill them up with relevant information for the reader to make sure that we can get where we're going in the end, right? So because the Book of Otherworld is kind of in two halves, in two parts, kind of. And what I mean by that, and I'll tell you this bit at the beginning, I've already talked about it in my vlog from a couple of months ago, so it doesn't really matter. But the Pendragon twins made a deal with Merle and the gang that if they produce Lila Tristan, they will let Sir Greg Tristan and Owen Lamrock off scot-free for their betrayals, right? Well, not scot-free, but you know what I mean, they'll let them off. They won't kill them. And we know that Lila Tristan is being held hostage by Morgause. So at the beginning of Otherworld, Morgana and Merle concoct a plan where they meet with Morgause, who is like really depleted in her power, and they say, you give us Lila Tristan, we'll give you the Holy Grail, right? Morgause agrees to this. So the first half of the book is finding the Holy Grail, right? The second half of the book is delivering the Grail to Morgause and the fallout from what happens. I will tell you, there is a huge twist coming at the end of Otherworld. It is really huge. I think it's huge because I got goosebumps when I thought of it. But some of you may have guessed if you've read what's going to happen. But if you read up to Betrayed. But yeah, I've got a big twist planned and I want to really do that justice. I really want to make sure that when what happens, whoever is reading it is sat there going, oh my God, what the hell? Like, whoa, right? That is what I want. And that takes time to build and it takes chapters to build. But I have to be really careful about how many chapters I give to who and where the chapters land. And generally I do that in the rewrites. So my writing process, I write the draft. I try and write the draft in chronological order. Don't always make it. Generally get to chapter 11, which is where I'm just about now, and then just descend into chaos. But I did write the novella chronologically that I just wrote, so maybe I will this time. I'll try and stick to it. But generally I'll write everything that I want as long as I want, and then in the edit, the first time I will rewrite and restructure. Then I will do another like developmental edit and cut, and I'm ruthless, right? And it's horrible, right? But in my head, I just have Stephen King going, kill your darlings, kill your darlings, kill your darlings, get rid of them, get rid of things. So that is what I do. So I generally write long, edit harsh, cut down. I generally cut too much and then have to come back in. So something that I try and work on, which I don't generally get in the first draft, is the emotion between the characters. So the way that I write the stories is very plot driven, right? Everything that Merle does serves the plot. She does not have her own free will. She does not get to do like what Willow gets to do and goes off and does things, and Ren goes off and does things. She doesn't get to do that. Like, she doesn't get side quests. She is like, everything that she does serves the plot. So because I have to do that, and I have to make sure that the plot moves along in the way that I want it to, and I hit the different like bits of mystery so that the pieces fit together in the end. It means that sometimes I do miss out on that emotional connection between the characters. So personally, I do a specific read through for that emotional connection. So I'll read through for the structure, make sure everything's structurally sound. I'll edit that to make sure I'm happy with the way things are looking. Then I will go in and I will add emotion. I will add emotional interactions. I will make sure that Ren and Merle tell each other that they love each other, and I'll make sure that her and Asher are like vibing and doing all that stuff. And I'll do that as a separate edit. And then the next time I'll go in and copy edit. So that's generally what I do. So by the end, I end up cutting loads, rewriting loads, and then cutting loads again. Anyway, once again, I've just rambled on for a good 10 minutes there. But maybe it's interesting about the writing process. Let me know, what do you guys do? Like, how do you manage all the different things? And like, if there are specific things that you're not, like, are not your strengths, how do you fit them into your editing and stuff like that? Let me know. Anyway, we're on the Isle of Sign. We're with Willow and the gang. We've just said hello to Owen, and now we're going to be escorted to dinner to meet the rest of the sisters. I'm not sure exactly where I'm going with the Isle of Sign. I've got a kind of concept in my head. Like, I know what I need to achieve while I'm there. Like, I know what Owen needs to hear. I know what Willow needs to find. I know those things. I just don't know how they find them or hear them. So that's what I'm working on. I will check in once I've got my words done. Okay, so I've only done half my words, but my time has gone off for my cinnamon dough. So I'm going to do my cinnamon buns. It's done. Don't matter, I'll show you. Look at that. Woo! So I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. Obviously, I need to roll the dough out, but I'm going to get my recipe back up and then take some snaps. So I'll let you know when my cinnamon buns are cooked. No, I will let you know, or I'll show you it as I'm going along. Alright, so there's my dough rolled out. Way bigger than I thought. So this is going to make so many cinnamon swirls. Okay, I'm excited. I hope I've got enough filling. If not, I'm going to have to just make a bit extra. But that's what I'm going to do now. Put the filling on and then roll them up. Okay, there we go. So, not the best roll ever, but this is my first attempt at making cinnamon rolls. So, I'm going to slice them up, put them on a tray, and then bake them. I forgot to take a picture, but my swirls are in and they're cooking. And I have more just rising. So you're supposed to leave them for an extra half an hour. So I'm just leaving them to do the thing. I made a massive mess rolling them. Oh, yeah. And yeah, they weren't the best. And they didn't, well, I think they'll be okay though. So we'll just not put ourselves down before we started. And we'll see what they're like when the timer goes off. Should we say hello to the dog real quick as well? Oh, here he is. Cutie, cutie. Cutie, cutie. He's been really good. He's just sitting on his bed, cuddling his octopus, doing his thing. Oh, little cutie. And then he just goes and starts biting. Okay, so here they are, out of the oven, the first lot. They look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them. So I'm just cooking the rest. Then I'll leave them to cool and put the icing on. I'm going to freeze half because I've made quite a few. The dough made loads. So I'm going to freeze half, put the icing on the other half, and then that'll be like breakfast and snacks sorted for the next however long they last. I'm also almost done with my writing. So that's good. I am writing a good bit of a scene. Again, like a little bit of a surprise scene, a little bit of like a filler, but I'm almost finished. So I'll check in after. Okay, I'm done. 1038 words. Are you ready? There it is. I've also done my cinnamon rolls. So they look a bit dark, but it's not because they're burnt. Like, some of them are a little crispy, I won't lie to you. But it's because I glazed them over the top with some more cinnamon butter, because they weren't very, I've eaten one and they were okay. They weren't very cinnamony. Cinnamony? Don't know. So I just made some like extra glaze and poured it over the top so they'll taste more cinnamon, and then I'll ice them. So yeah, done. 1000 words and 38. The only thing interesting that really happened was that Morgana, obviously she comes back from where she went, and like she's talking to Willow in the hallway, and she says, you know, don't worry about Owen because there's more trouble. And it's not trouble with us. Something's happened here on the Isle. I'll tell you about it later, essentially. And then we get introduced to two more of the main sisters, two more of the priestesses. So that was what my 1000 words did today. It's 6, so I'm going to stop working because I'm tired. I was going to do candles, wasn't I? But this has taken me ages and ages today to get this done. Like, I've just not really been able to settle properly, and I've just been doing like loads of little bits of research as I've been writing along, like the names of the priestesses. I've had to research and make just a lot of little bitty things. So I'm gonna stop writing and stop authoring for the day. Maybe I'll draw later, but I won't vlog. But I will be vlogging tomorrow, so I will see you then. Hello, it is Wednesday and I'm back vlogging again. Hello. So I hope you are doing well today. It is the afternoon. I've finished work for the day. I've been working hard on some like admin bits. It's always the way when you catch up after Christmas, right? So my first job of the day is writing my 1,000 words. I also need to have lunch still. So I think I'm gonna write my 1,000 words and then eat lunch. So I'm gonna crack on. I'm gonna try, I'm not gonna have any like music or distractions or anything like that. And I'm just gonna try and get everything, I'll get it done and out of the way, because I really would like to make some candles this afternoon and I didn't get a chance to do it yesterday because I was busy. So today is the day. Write my 1,000 words, do my candles. So it's taken me about an hour, but I have done, so I'll show you. Woohoo! I don't really have anything interesting to report from this writing session, you know. It is again we were just with Willow. I've been introduced to some of the other priestesses. So on the Isle de Sign, there are 9 healing priestesses, 3 peach robes, 3 teal robes, 3 blue robes, and they all have like different gifts and different things that they do. I have not explained all the different gifts yet or given them all names yet. I've named the 3 peach sisters. They are Gaia, Galati and Galen, and they are like earth and nature sisters. So one of them can shapeshift, one of them can grow plants really well and has like a really good like gardening gift for the healing plants, and Galati is an astrologist, so she reads the stars and the moon and like is linked to the earth in that way. So I'm still yet to name the 3 teal sisters and the 3 blue sisters, although the head sister, Sister Mazo, is a blue sister. So I've just been kind of introducing them, describing what they look like and who they are. And then the guys have sat down to eat like a dinner. So here they sit like at floor level and eat off big waxy leaves, and they only eat raw fruit, vegetables and nuts and things like that. So that's what they've been doing. And then Sister Mazo, the high priestess, has just invited Morgana and Willow for like a adult discussion after dinner. So Owen and the children are being taken off back to their like bedrooms, and then Morgana, Mazo and Willow are going to have a chat, and like Sister Mazo is going to level with them about what's going on the island, and Morgana and Willow are going to say what they want out of the time there. So I'll be picking up that scene tomorrow. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, right, because I could write more than 1,000 words, but what I think I'm going to do is like a little bit of a challenge for myself. And I will make the challenge official if I feel like it's going well. But for right now, I'm just doing a test where I'm going to write 1,000 words a day, every day, but only 1,000. So obviously I might have 25 extra or 30 extra or 90 extra yesterday. But once I've hit that 1,000 mark and I've crossed it, I'm going to stop. And my reasoning behind that is because if I can commit to writing 1,000 words every single day for the whole year, that's 365,000 words or whatever it is. 1,000 words is well within my remit of what I can write a day. It can sometimes take me an hour, it can sometimes take me 2, but it's absolutely manageable and doable. I don't feel overfaced when I do it. And really, I can carve that time out of the day for myself every day to make it happen. So if I stick to that 1,000 words consistently, rather than trying to push too far over and try and get loads and loads written, I think I'm more likely to build a good and consistent habit and reduce the risk of burnout. So that's what I'm going to do. So even though I could carry on today, I'm going to stop. I've done what I said I'm going to do. and then I'll come back tomorrow fresh and ready to write. So I'm going to eat my lunch now. Something that I'm also trying to do in 2024 is take better care of myself and my body and my well-being. So for the last week or 10 days or whatever, I've been doing a new skincare regime, which is still yet to take effect properly, but it's doing okay, like on my cheeks, on my nose and stuff, and my forehead. So still got doing that. I'm also trying to obviously look after my hair a bit better, make sure that it's getting all the vitamins and minerals that it needs and like the right shampoo, conditioner and products for it and stuff. So I've been doing that a little bit. I'm also trying to do meditation and yoga, or stretching at least if I don't get around to yoga every day, and eat all of my vegetables. So that was why I've started doing the meal prep, or I'm trialing the meal prep, which has been a hit, by the way. Like, it is so much better than washing up and cooking every day. So I'm going to continue with that for another week. So yeah, I'm just trying to use the year to build some healthy habits that are going to be good, like for my well-being and for my future, and do them in a manageable way. So like I'm feeling good, I'm not feeling stressed, but I'm still getting all of my work done and stuff like that. So, nice little ramble for you. Like I said, I'm going to break and eat lunch now. I'm also going to do my somatic stretches while the dog is asleep. So if I do them when he's awake, because I'm on the yoga mat on the floor, he likes to come and see what you're doing, and he likes to lay on the yoga mat and sit on you and like walk on you and stuff. So I'm going to do it while he's asleep. Then once I've done those bits, I will check back in because I'm going to make some candles. Hello everyone, good morning. It is Sunday, but I'm literally just here to sign off from last week's vlog. I'm trying not to overface myself, like that's my goal for this year, to do little bits every day and build good habits so that Len, he's just sticking his nose in something, so that I don't get overwhelmed and that I can do everything a bit more consistently rather than like all or nothing. So I am signing off for the day and I will be back next week. So thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stuff that I've been on with, and I'll see you then.